Hi Libra, this is your general tarot reading for Libra Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of July. And Libra, let's shuffle these cards to see what the heck is going to be happening for you this month. And in the meantime, as always, let's talk about the energies that you might feel throughout July. This first card comes out, the Ace of Wands. Okay, laying it down there. So what you have here as we leave June and enter July is the big full moon, a Capricorn full moon in your 4th house, which means that you could be feeling very emotional and possibly even a little bit stressed out about some situation that's happening within your home. Now, it could be the actual 4 walls of your home. Something maybe it needs to be changed, needs to be tidied up. You might just need to do a really big spring clean, deep clean in your home, move some things around, to make space. It's like you need now more comfort and space within your home. If you are moving home or some dynamic is changing within your home, then go gentle with yourself because it could stress you out a little bit. And to remind yourself that this will pass. Now, there is an element here with the moon in Capricorn. Sometimes the moon in Capricorn can be very, what are you thinking? Get with the program. Dry your tears. Enough is enough. You have a problem at home, you fix it. And no more dilly-dallying. It can be a bit like that. So if you're feeling that kind of energy, wherever you have issues within your family life or your home life, or your actual place that you live, kind of go easy on yourself a bit and don't give yourself such a hard time. Things will improve, things will get better, and you don't have to, feel so ungrounded perhaps also with whatever these big family or home changes are. You can still feel a sense of foundation in yourself no matter what's happening outside of you, basically, okay? Now, the lovely thing that's happening is that the sun is in your 10th house, and this is your house of career. Okay, so there's something, it's almost like something within your family life or your home life is really pushing you on now, Libra, to move ahead in your career, to step out and be seen, be noticed, get the attention of the people that are key figures, key people. And in some way you recognize that in elevating your career or doing better within your career, that you're going to somehow improve your home life situation, make it better for you and your family. As these cards come out here, the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, and the Two of Pentacles. We're going to wait on a few more cards, Libra, and I'll keep talking. So that's the issue. It's like things that you learn this month in July about your home situation and the very foundations of your home could be greatly improved once you really tackle some situations within your career. All right, so the other lovely thing that's happening here this month for you, Libra, is that you've got a bunch of planets happening in your 11th house. And this is the house of friends, groups of people, a network of people, social media, also teams, societies too. And what you might find is that in order to kind of get ahead in your career, you might have to get involved with a new team. Or work better within a group of people, because Mercury there means that you're able to get your ideas, your wonderful Libra ideas across now to a group of people. They'll be listening, and Venus in there now, Venus, your ruler in there, means that what you say matters and people will listen, and it's like your ideas will just flow, and the ideas will flow, like I said, into a new team. Yeah, a new team. Maybe that's what's needed for your career, to really engage with a new team or a new group or a new society or a group of people who have a certain philosophy or ideology about the thing that you do within your career. You want to start surrounding yourself with those people now. And you know, the sun going into the 11th house too really confirms this, that you can greatly benefit, as I said, by getting involved with a new team and working with them, sharing your ideas and expanding your ideas. Because very often what we forget is we get stuck in our environment when it's not working for us. And maybe that's what's happening in your career, Libra. There may be an element of feeling a little bit stuck because the people that are around you aren't very inspiring, or they're getting lazy, or they don't think on the same lines as you'd like them to think. So that's why it's always important, if you want to make a big transition, is to first begin with your environment. And you know, the moon there is saying the same thing. Feel secure, feel solid, get the right people around you, get the ideas moving, get everything buzzing, and then you can move forward. The 11th house has a lot to do with your dreams and aspirations, wanting to get inside, as we say, the winner's circle. So you recognize that you're not wasting any more time now in July in moving up the ranks in some way, Libra. You want to go to the next level. You have this desire, this dream, and you might recognize that you have to become involved with a certain group of people and to kind of infiltrate that group a little bit in order to get to the winner's circle. Get in with the elites, get in with the big boys and big girls. Yeah, that's what you want, to get in with the big players. As this card comes out here. Waiting on a few more cards. Let's keep talking, Libra. You have Jupiter going direct now in your second house. So there was that real moment for a while there where you had to seriously think about your own self-worth and self-value. Perhaps, as we had spoken about before, you had been giving away your power to somebody else. And it seems like you've learned that lesson. You've put your foot down. And now in July, you're beginning really to depend very much on your own ability to make money, on your own ability to bring comfort into your life, and on your own ability to stay emotionally grounded too. Because now with Jupiter direct in your second house, there's something lucky about Jupiter. He expands things. So he's going to be expanding this great sense of self-value and self-worth. And he could be expanding your money. So in terms of the sun shining on your career, moving in with a new group of people, and then lucky Jupiter expanding your money, sounds nice, doesn't it, Libra? So you could be on a real winner here of getting a promotion or a raise. Yeah. And also at the same time moving in with a new team of people. So that's quite nice. Now, here's another card coming out. It is the family card, but it was reversed, so we'll put that down there. Just 4 more cards, Libra, and I'll keep talking. So the other big things, we've a bunch of planets retrograding this month, so there is a moment of hold your horses. That's kind of the theme to this month. Hold your horses. Stop for a moment. Stop and reevaluate where you're going. Make a plan. Really think and work hard on what it is that you want for your future. You know, what do you want? When was the last time you really sat down and made a plan, Libra? I mean, you might have been trying to keep everything afloat, keeping everything balanced, and didn't have much of an opportunity, really, to make a plan. But if you make a plan for your future, 11th house is also opportunities. The plan is part of you embracing these opportunities and benefiting from them. So, like I said, slow down a little bit this month, go with the flow, and see where you have opportunities within your career and within a new team or a new ideology or a new group of friends. Yeah, I think you need that too, Libra. I don't know why now this is sticking out. It's almost like you're around a group of friends at the moment who, I don't know, something within that group needs a bit of a change, or it needs to be re-inspired. So it might be up to you to stand out a little bit in the spotlight, in front of your friends. Yeah, standing out in front of your friends, doing something interesting, making them laugh, being a key figure within your group of friends and leading them. Kind of saying, come on, let's shake this up a bit. Let's do something a bit adventurous. Let's do something a bit exciting. Let's do something a bit outside of the box. And you could be inviting new friends into your circle too, Libra. Unusual people. People with really great ideas. Now, you're an ideas person, Libra, but you do recognize the value of people who think outside the box, because when you hear their unusual way of approaching things and approaching the world in general, you go, yeah. Okay, that's inspiring me. That's giving me food for thought. They've triggered something in me that makes me now see something bigger, makes me now see bigger opportunities. You've been waiting on opportunities, haven't you, Libra? Waiting on doors to open, and I think they're coming this month. I certainly do. Now, we do have a new moon around the 13th of July, but it's also a partial solar eclipse. And this is happening in your career house, wherever it is that you stand out, where people respect you, applaud you, and see you for whatever it is that you do best. And the new moon there is saying, sure, there are new opportunities within your career. There are new opportunities for key figures, important people to really like what you're at. Yet at the same time, it's almost like something within your home life is holding you back. You want to jump, you want to run, but there's something that definitely needs to be sorted out within your home life or family life. Is it that you're postponing a move, or you want to move and it's taking too long? Maybe issues within the family, some issue within your four walls are stopping you somehow this month from really jumping into these opportunities. And that's not a problem. It's not a problem, because it gives you an opportunity to once and for all fix whatever this imbalance is, Libra, between your work life and your home life. The thing in your home needs to be settled once and for all so that you can move forward. Getting emotional about where you are, getting emotional, maybe issues within your family that are really distracting you, having to care for family members. Maybe for some of you with children, you might say, yeah, I really want to move on up within my career, but it's too much of a sacrifice at the moment to do the things that I need to do to get ahead, because how would I organize the childcare? How would I organize collecting the kids? How would I, it's a bit like that. It's a problem that needs to be solved. And certainly this month, mid-month, you will begin to see what exactly it is that is stopping the thing from moving on, and it'll give you the opportunity to put a plan together to fix it. So it's not a great month for action with Mars retrograding too. It's more of a month of go slow, put your energy into you and into your plans, and then later, once you have a clearer idea of where you're going, then you can fix it. Otherwise, unfortunately, Libra, if you jump this month, you could find that you're just running around and creating more problems, digging a bigger hole, that kind of a way. And we don't want that for you, Libra. We don't want you digging a bigger hole. Unless you're digging foundations for a new house, then you can dig. That's the digging you can do. Digging into your family tree too, digging into your past, digging into childhood memories, recalling your past. I mean, this is an issue for you because you do have Saturn and Pluto in the 4th house retrograding there, and now the moon is joining them. So you might be flooded a little bit with memories of your past. Maybe some sensitive memories about how you were raised, your childhood. And maybe you can identify throughout July how some of the things that happened within your childhood might be colouring your world right now. And once you realize that, there'll be a moment where you say, it's possible, I can break free from this, and I can rebel against this. Because Mars retrograding there then with the big lunar eclipse at the end of the month, in your 5th house, it's like you're a rebel with a cause now. You can push past all the things, the conditioning, the programming perhaps from your childhood, and move on, move out of it, and see it in a whole new light. See it like the 5th house, which is where the lunar eclipse is happening, which is the sun, seeing brighter things, happier things, more fun things. So it's like a transition from being bogged down by some maybe negative memories, not even just childhood memories, but negative memories in general, and moving past it, breaking away from it. There's also an element of you breaking away and leaving behind a romance or something that once brought you fun and joy and doesn't really do that anymore. Maybe it's a period of leaving behind, like I said, a honeymoon period with somebody, or a romance of some sort, and you're now stepping into something a bit more mature, a bit more adult, maybe giving more space to your partner for those who are in a relationship, and saying, go off, do your own thing, because if we give each other space, we'll probably be able to inject more fun back into the relationship. Fun needs to come back into the relationship, but it needs a bit of space, to make that happen. And for those of you with children, it's the same thing. You might have a moment where you realize that perhaps some of the conditioning that you learned from the past, from your childhood, could be affecting your children. And so it's a moment where you kind of close the door on that. Close the door. For those with older children, it could be a moment where you are giving them space to go off and do their own thing, and giving them their independence a little bit. So that's kind of a nice thing. So Libra, hopefully now you are seeing the general overview, and let's begin with the cards. So here we go. This is the hand of God coming out and giving you a new path. You're on fire this month, Libra, really, because it's being lit up. There is something that you're very passionate about, and I think this group of people that we spoke about, the friends, the new network of people, might be really inspiring you. They might be lighting something up within you that motivates you to start again afresh within your career, and maybe to start again and totally revamp your home, totally change what it is that nurtures you also, that gives you a sense of foundation. Something is changing here, and it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to go with these changes, because the hand of God has come out and said, it's time to get your passion back, baby. Time to get your passion back. This is another big thing, because this is quite an emotional month, and if your passion for your career, your passion, your purpose, your passion in relationships, if that isn't expressed very well creatively, then it could come out as desperate frustration. So if you're handed this torch, this way through, this new inspiring energy, then really use it creatively in all avenues of your life. Get creative with your partner, get creative with your friends, get creative with your career, get creative just within yourself. And it's the way to go. And when you feel that energy, look, it's fire and air. So you're definitely being fired up this month to run full steam ahead at something. You're going to be a bit of a whirlwind this month, Libra. And it is that energy of just being really moving like fire. So that's a really nice thing. So if you're moving through the air like fire, you don't want to be this out of control, highly emotional wildfire. What you can be is more like a glowing firefly, something that's beautiful, something that brings inspiration, something that attracts people rather than something that engulfs people. So it's just, as always, Libra, your beautiful balance will know how to make this happen. So yeah, you're set on fire, you're running with something, but like I said, still be attractive, still don't push people, don't get argumentative with people too. If you find that you're in a situation where you're being terribly frustrated at home, terribly frustrated within your career, within your love life too, with your children, for those who have children, and with a group of people, if you're getting really pissed off with them, have your say, stick with your truth, stick with what you value, but don't lose your shit, keep control of this situation. Certainly keep control of the situation as best you can while still running ahead with your plans. And look, when you run ahead with your plans, this is the card of victory, of success, of really conquering something. I mean, the moon is in your 4th house, which is traditionally like a Cancerian house, and this is the Cancer card. So, and beside it is the great balancing, trying to keep the mood light within your home, trying to keep everything buoyant. It's almost like, have you been swinging up and down at home between trying to keep everything nice, put on a happy face, keep everything moving, keep it all bright, keep it going, and then being completely depleted and going, oh my God, this is not worth it, it's not worth it. I'm feeling really exhausted by not being able to balance the situation at home. But here we have something that is more triumphant. It's almost like you will figure out how to balance this. Certainly, Libra, the home life issue, the work life issue, the friends issue, any arguments you're having there, you will balance it and figure it out. I like saying this because I don't often get to say it, but this is the card of the Chariot, or your mode of transport. This month you could be maybe finding a new mode of transport, a new way to travel to work. Or if you are changing your job or changing your home, maybe you have to take a different route. Get the GPS out, get the map out and see, well now, okay, everything's changed. How do I get from A to B? Maybe some of you have a new car. Or maybe just taking a different bus route to usual. You see, Libra, sometimes it's just as simple as this. We approach everything month to month thinking great changes. But honestly, I mean, sometimes the biggest changes are small details like that. Like having to reschedule your plans, having to go back and find a new route to get from A to B. Sometimes that's the most important thing that's happening. But there are this month actually more important things happening, so we'll keep going with it. Now what we have here, Libra, is you feeling quite trapped. Yeah, you want to move ahead. Now the energies for everybody recently are a bit like that, Libra, that everybody wants to move ahead, everybody wants to break free, they want to get out. And in some ways that's why you're seeing a lot of aggression in people these days, because they're desperate to move, but they're quite locked in with all these retrograding planets. And you're beginning to feel it too. You're like, I'm bored, I need some free time, I need time to myself, I'm trapped in what I'm doing. Even with your ideas, you might be really stuck. You might have a kind of a mental block. It's like, I'm thinking. Usually I come up with great ideas, but there's nothing there, nothing happening. But it's these new circle of friends that might inspire you. And do, as I said, do try to meet unusual people. People who you wouldn't normally say get on with or have much in common with. that, you know, if you meet them for coffee, you're beyond the way they're going, this is really going to be awkward because we've nothing in common. Meet them, because that's what you need. That's the kind of freshness that's needed. Somebody with a totally different view to you to get you out of feeling stuck, get you out of feeling trapped. And beside that, we have the Hermit. Now, this is a Virgo card. I'm going to say this. Could some of you have been feeling trapped by a Virgo, by their behavior, by their reluctance to move on with you in some way, by their reluctance to be helpful? Maybe their mood was quite low. Yeah, maybe they've kind of gone into this little inward journey and you're like, hello, there's a real world out here, can you come out? But they are on this inward journey, and maybe it's something to do with a Virgo that might have you feeling a little bit trapped this month. That you can't coax them out of a bad mood, or you can't coax them into playing the game your way. Okay, now for everybody else, this is also a card that represents having to go deeper. Now, it did originally come out like that, so there could be a reluctance to digging a bit deep and trusting your own inner wisdom. Yeah, there's been so much going on around you and things have been so unsettled, Libra, that you've lost sight of quiet time, and you've lost the ability to grab a few moments to really sit back and just think, to get into the bath, to get into the bed, to get into your garden, wherever it is, and just go, what's going on? What the hell is going on? I just need to clear, detox, fresh, so I can see better what's going on in my life, so I can figure out how to be untrapped by all these things that I'm trying to juggle and keep afloat. Yeah. Now, beside that, we do have the Queen. Now, the Queen of Cups here, she's a very soft character. She's very loving and very nurturing. And this could be very true for you this month, Libra, because the moon is gentle and it's in a very intuitive house, a nurturing house, a kind house, the soul house. So you might find this is quite a soulful month if you do actually get the time to relax and soak in that energy. When you do, you'll be figuring out what it is that you need to nurture within yourself. Like I said, letting go of running around doing too much, letting go of some family issues, home issues, and just settling back and being softer. Being softer. Yeah. I don't know what it's beside the family home, which is in reverse. I get, Libra, that there's something here. You're going in to a family situation full of love, full of nurturing, and yet there's an imbalance. It's like when you open up and be your beautiful Venusian self, you're not getting the response that you want. And that in turn, it kind of really pisses you off. It really makes you angry. And it might make you feel very unsettled and unappreciated. And in a very extreme case, maybe a little bit unloved within the family. And this is a great month, like I said, to fix this, to find balance within this. Because what you want is a secure home, is a secure family life. You want everything to be running smoothly, and particularly with your money too. If there's issues to do with, is it a problem with financial too? Financial issues within your home. No longer being able to afford all the things in your home, not being able to afford the rent, the mortgage, the bills, and you're getting into a little bit of a panic. Now, if that is the case, Libra, I don't want you to panic, because like I said, Jupiter is going direct in your second house of money and of things of value. So you might find that you'll be able to find, maybe through some little bit of luck, a way to pay for the things that you might be worrying about. All right. Now, as we get close to the end of the month, this is you being really, really inspired, invigorated. Yeah, I think you get it. All the things we've spoken about, by the end of the month, you get it. And you might find that you're now looking to clearer horizons. It's like something has broken. You're free. You get it. You have control of a situation once again. And you are now looking to be inspired about where to go next. And as I said to you, it is a new team and a new group of people who will be encouraging these little flashes of inspiration to get you moving into the next part of your life. And beside it is Venus. This is your ruler, Venus, in an earth sign. Now, Venus is going into Virgo in your 12th house. So again, letting things go, letting fears go, letting doubts go. And once you do that, you feel more relaxed and more in control. Yeah. There has been a lot of worry about your home situation. There has been a lot of worry about where your future is going. And by the end of the month, you'll feel more grounded in all of this. Definitely. So something will be resolved within a family issue. And just going back to romance too, this is Venus. Sure, a romance could end, or a kind of a period of a honeymoon period, I'll say, in love might come to an end, but you're okay with that, because what comes after that is something more practical, something more solid. Because it's wonderful when we go through these periods, these honeymoon periods in relationships. Great, wonderful. But when they die, there is that moment of, well, what now? Do we want to continue, or do we want to call it a day? And you're wanting to continue because you see that there's something worth it here. There's something, something is worth it. And again, Venus in Virgo, this is twice now the Virgo influence has come up. Cancer has also come up here. But I think Cancer, you're trying to balance your emotions with a Cancerian person. They kind of have you feeling a little bit unsettled, and you're trying to balance that. But I definitely see the influence of a Virgo, or certainly an earth sign. And at the end of the month, you're feeling more confident about your relationship with this very earthy person. And even if it's not an earth sign, it's like something within your relationship is coming down to earth. It's getting practical. It's getting real. It's getting just more solid. And there also might be a moment where you're an air sign, so you are very involved with your ideas and your mind, and this month is very much all about that too. But there will be that moment at the end of the month where you'll relax, sit back, take in good food, take in good wine, feel just a bit more, that feeling of, I'm home, I'm relaxed, I'm chilled. So that's a nice energy, a nice energy. Yet here we've two knights. We've the Knight of Swords, and now at the end of the month, the Knight of Wands. Fire upon fire. Feeling very, very, very inspired at the end of the month, Libra. Feeling that you have ideas that you want to run with. Now, you might have a temper this month that you might want to run with. People could be certainly challenging you big time. Maybe lovers, maybe a romance. Something about children also might be really testing your freaking patience. And you want to get either, you want to really fix it, really have it out, have an explosive moment with it, or use the energy kind of better. Use all that kind of fiery energy with all the people that seem to be annoying you towards the end of the month. Use that to propel yourself to move on. Because at the very end we have this gorgeous card, the Queen of Pentacles. And she is, again, like the Empress, sitting on her throne. You see, look, you've three of them here sitting on their throne. So it's all about sit down, relax, take it easy, nurture yourself, heal yourself, Take care of your money. Be more grounded. I'm going with this too, Libra. It seems that you have all these wonderful ideas to change up your life, and you've started to implement them, and there have been big changes, but it's left you so terribly ungrounded. You feel so unsettled and for such a long time. And this month is a great time for you again to start sitting down into that energy and to start really gaining command of your soul again, of your purpose, of your emotions. Yeah, emotions are balancing out, emotions are healing. It's like fire and then healing, fire and then healing, fire and then healing. It's like great big waves of aggression, great big waves of anger and energy, being frustrated a little bit, and then realizing, no, all I need to do is just calm down, sit down, relax, chill, and own where I am now. Yeah, that's the big thing. Wherever you are now, Libra, even if you have plans to change where you live, just sit down and relax where you are now, because you're here now. Don't be jumping into the future and then getting frustrated because you're not there now. You're here now, so enjoy it. Enjoy it, enjoy it. Libra, I'm going to leave it at that, but it is a good month for you to make great headway in your home life and in your career and in meeting very unusual people that are going to inspire you. And hopefully you'll find that lovely balance, that nice moment where you can relax and remember why you're doing everything that you're doing, why you have all these great big plans. What's the reason for them? Well, the reason for them was that you could be more comfortable, more secure, and to build a better foundation for your life and for yourself in general. And that's what this month can bring you. So Libra, with that, I'm going to leave you with all my love, as always, and a big kiss. Mwah. See you next month, Libra. Bye.